Now this is pretty amazing already, but I'm a painting channel. I'm a makeover channel. We don't want it to look like a new piece. We want it to look, and it's actually wood. That's a good thing. But it definitely is a newer piece, but we want to make it, or I want to make it look old. So cool that I found this cubby. I don't know. Somebody did not want it. I don't know why. Anyway, y'all, the only bad thing about finding this cubby is I got to take all the hardware off. Look at those little bitty screws. We are going to be here for a while. And so it begins. You just have to dive in and hope that none of them strip out. I love that it has so many different, like, it's got your basic 8 at the bottom, but then it has a couple other, and these are actually bins. And it seems to be wood. I won't torture you. I'm not going to show you every single one. Hardware piece coming off. Okay. No easy way. That's the easy way. That's the easy way. Redwood? Redwood? Stained wood? I don't know. Definitely going to need to sand. Before I'm even going to get started, I want it. That is so not pretty. Not pretty. The red. I usually don't want to deal with the inside, but I'm going to. I'm going to take some of my watered down antiquing wax in Waverly ink chalk paint and see if it does anything to this. I mean, it's gotta take that purple. I mean, it's almost like a cherry purple. I mean, I think that, yeah. I don't, yeah. If you feel it, you feel it. And I just hate that I have to do the inside, but it is what it is. So the back is the same way. And I think that toned it down. I'm actually going to shellac the inside of this also. It's such raw wood, kind of like what luckily it wasn't the pinkish purple inside here. Different stain in there, but not going to hurt it to clear coat it and protect it. I'm going to be using DIY's Garden Sage. I'm doing really well with green cubbies, y'all. So, but this is probably going to take, as you see, multiple. It is not a very thick paint, but once you get that first coat on there, the second coat and third coat will attract to it. But I absolutely love the color. I think it's thinner than the DIY clay base paint without the top coat because it doesn't have a top coat. This one, has the top coat in it, so I guess that must be why it's thinner. But the color is what gets me, and it sells well for me, so it's one of those tape off or just go really slow. So I'm gonna go really slow. Because no, I'm not painting the inside. Okay, I'm pretty sure it's going to take multiple coats, but I just thought I'd just show you the second coat going on. So see, the first coat does attract the second coat. But not enough for just 2 coats. Took me 4 coats. That's 4 coats. So just how it is, but it levels out pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and do some distressing, some giving it some age. I feel like since I have a lot of drawers to do on this, I'm going to go ahead and wax. So I'm going to do Jolie's black wax. Now this one has a top coat in it, so it probably won't change the color up too much, but I want to darken up that wood that I showed. Because I think I like the hardware the way it is, so I didn't think I was going to change the hardware color because it has a little aging on it. So I'm going to go ahead with some clear wax and just rub that in. And I feel like that's going to give it a little bit. This was definitely a new piece, so I don't want it to be new. I want it to be secondhand. Well, it's secondhand, but I want it to be more used. This will be interesting. Can I put these back on with my gloves on since I have so many to do? See, I think it looks okay. Like if I take it to the black hardware, then it's like really industrial. So I don't think I want to do that. I think this is what I want to do. So without distressing, without any black wax, that's what it would look like. I like the distressing. I was worried that the tape would take the stain off, but yay, it did not. The things you worry about sometimes, right? But so much better than that pinky purple that was going on there. Cutting boards, big blocks of wood. This one, look at that story, you can tell. But I did a little bitty cutting board and I painted the side and put bread on it. And surprise, it sold. So I've been on the hunt for thick pieces like this to do that again. So you could still use the top, but you have a little bit more decor instead of just like stacking them in front of them. You could use it as a riser and see all that yumminess. So nope, not sanding it, not doing anything like that. Now this one, I don't know if that's a tag or what that is. So I'm probably going to go ahead and sand that a little bit. That one's staying as is, but this one I'm going to see if I can get that old, maybe it was with the tape or something. Well, that came off easy enough. So I might just there's some goo. Not on the other side, just where I'm going to put the paint. Look at that. Oh, so it doesn't bleed through my paint. Paint my sides. I'm just going to use DIY's White Swan. Oh, the story this board could tell. So, yep, I'm just doing the outer, and I chose the chalk paint because if I get it up on the top, I can wipe it, we can water distress it or I can take it off, but I'm just going to kind of try to be semi-neat about it. And the clay-based paint, this is an older can that I've had for a while, and so it as you see, it's covering well. In the smaller one, like, will anybody even be interested in it as a riser? Do they see what I see? But I do think after so many times, don't you think people that come into your store or your retail space or into your booth kind of have your same vibe? Seems like you would pull them in, right? Okay, just 3 more sides to go. Yes, I did think about a different color, but we're new to this game of making these, so I'm just going to go with the classic white. Not worried about being messy because we can sand it. It can water come off. It's supposed to be look worn just like the board. Well, this one isn't as worn as the other one, but so I want this to be the same thing as those little, look at somebody burned I'm not worried about that, but I think that these are just glued on, and I want to do that same thing. I love the patina on here to look like an old breadboard. I'm gonna see if I can, I know it's pretty, but hey, they put it on the bottom too. So let's see if these are just glued. I don't see any screws in there. I think they're just glued. Oh, they're holes. Never mind. I can't do what well, I might be able to. I could probably just do it on the one side. I have not seen lakes like that before. We'll just fill in those holes. Okay, so I will go get Bondo and we will fill in some holes, and so we'll only have a one-sided cutting board because we will be filling in those. So I have some Bondo already out on the plate, and mix it with a little of the hardener. This one's I'm down to the bottom of the container. And fill those in. And actually that's, we're into the wood, so I'm just, hey, I like sunflowers too. Okay, I should be dry enough to sand now. Because I had to put the Bondo on the back of this, and then it ended up just sanding all the way off, y'all. I didn't even need to put all that on there. I'm going to do a little bit of shellac to seal that bottom in, even out the prosty, so that hopefully they'll, if they stick out, at least they're uniform. Didn't need a power sander to sand this because DIY paint it distresses so easy. But I need to seal it in. I need to make it a little bit older. That's why I wasn't like, oh, I'm not being totally neat or anything like that. That's why I could be a little bit sloppy because I knew that it would come off. Oof, okay, now I need to dust that off. I need to rise it up a little bit, raise it up. And I'm going to be using Fusion's Top Coat Clear because it's matte, and then I can just wipe it on. Then I'm just going to use a sponge, makeup sponge for my applicator. Not to overcomplicate anything, right? The bigger one, I'm going to use the power sander. That guy's harder to put on my bowl. And so the same thing. Sealing that side in. So I'm going to use the same DIY paint on this one. But I'm going to go ahead and paint the bottom also. Seal this in with that same fusion top coat. I'll be using some of the letterpress stamps, which are the small stamps for this one. Remember, with the bottom of the letter, not the bottom of the plastic. And then I'm going to take some packing tape. And then grab them. I think they stayed. And then I'm going to make some little handles. And that's going to be my stamping mount. And then now I'm going to measure. I want to make sure this is my bottom since this one had been burnt. All those things to double check, right? Can't be an even number. No. So 16 would be 8. So 17 would be 8.5. I'm just going to use classic black IOD stamp in ink. Just gotta get it on a flat surface to get it inked up. And then try my best to, here it goes. There we go, bread. I'm gonna flip it and do the other side till I'm sure this is dry. So I'm gonna take a heat gun and dry it. And then do another side. Just on the side, I'm taking some Fusion Clear Wax. I just want that smooth feeling like it is on the top. I'm not going to do the top, just the side. So that's just the way it has that smooth. Because wetting it with the top coat raised the grain, even though I sanded it. So then it has that smooth, I've been here for a while feeling. The letterpress has different sizes, so I have to go down a size. Slowly so we don't shift them. Oh, wow. Look at, I'm so excited about even number. That's easy to have. For my smaller one, I'm going to go switch to the apothecary label letters. Can you see them? Same thing. Don't go with the bottom. Go with that as best as you can, y'all. And there we go. So thank you so much for hanging with me as I worked on that amazing cubby. Oh my goodness. And those breadboards. We'll see how this grouping sells, but I absolutely love the antique vibe that they have going on and making that cubby look more vintage. That's my vibe, y'all. So I hope you enjoyed today's content. We will see you next time, and you can see what I'm creating. Bye.